Well, there's a number of things that I'm still extremely interested in that haven't been completed. One is a number of years ago, before I got on the town board, we had an individual that worked for the town as an ordinance enforcer and headed water patrol. And he was spending over 50 hours a week in that capacity in the summertime. And he accepted a full-time job with the county sheriff's department. And he was replaced with a part-time individual that ended up working 13, 15 hours per week just in the ordinance enforcement. And I have put forth quite an effort to try and bring that back to the level that it was at before. Ordinance enforcement, extremely important. I don't know why that it was allowed to take a back seat, but just recently I was instrumental in developing a beautification ordinance for the town of Salem, where we can start cleaning up some of the properties, not only abandoned properties with debris in them, but some were just need attention, and has been a real detriment to certain neighborhoods in our town. And as far as our water patrol is concerned, when this other individual ran it, and he did a fine job. We had 12 or 13 individuals that worked part-time on that effort. A couple of years ago, even after just the first year I got onto the board, the first full year in 2004, for the 4th of July weekend, we didn't have any coverage on any of our lakes. And well, that's one reason. And another reason is a number of years ago, and still am extremely concerned about how we spend our money. Especially the fact that I have elderly relatives that have lived in Salem. Our family goes back to the 1800s in Salem. And we've paid our fair share, and it's getting more and more difficult for people on fixed incomes to afford some of the things that we have to do. Some other things are wants. I think of our recently formed stormwater utility. I motioned to form the utility, but I voted against the way that we're funding it. I'm glad we're taking another look at it. We had a meeting just 2 weeks ago, and I believe that there was some misunderstanding of what this was really all about. The federal government in the 70s passed the Clean Water Act, and it immediately applied to communities that had 100,000 population or more. Now it's come down to populations similar to ours, and we're actually in the Round Lake watershed district area. There's a permit that you acquire from the Department of Natural Resources that says in 2008 you had to reduce the suspended solids by 20%. We reduced it by 28%. So, and in March of 2013 it has to go to 40%. So that's just 12% more. We obviously want to attain that goal. The penalties have been very laxed if you don't do it. If there are communities that have done very little and have had no repercussions whatsoever. However, it's good for the environment, it's good for the lakes and the ecology and everything else to do this. And this is something that other board members have said it's mandated and an unfunded mandate. And that is true. Our consultants made a presentation to us that, and over the years we've had neighborhoods that with the storm events or rain events that we've had these last number of years, there's flooding conditions in mature neighborhoods. And we've had studies done as to what it would take to correct these problems. What was proposed to us is these ERUs, and there's about 7,000 properties, and the presentation was to charge $60 per ERU. That's about $420,000 a year we'd raise to satisfy multitudes of problems, not just this 40%. And at this particular time, with the economy the way that it is, I've been an advocate of taking another look at this. Everybody should pay something towards that 40% reduction. Some of these other engineering feats that can come from this, I believe that they can be funded a different way. We weren't aware of this. I went to the Towns Convention and found out that you can do it site-specific. So somebody pays a little bit more in that area versus what everybody pays for basic things. So I'm glad we're taking another look at this, and we may rethink this, and I'm advocating that we do rethink it. So that's another reason, most certainly, that I want to stay involved with the town. What I just mentioned would most certainly be one of my top priorities. Both of those, all three of those actually, the stormwater utility, and with the other two, the ordinance enforcement and providing services that have been overlooked for whatever reason these last number of years. We have a situation as well that when I talk about really watching our dollars, the same thing has happened to our utility district. We've been exceptionally fortunate that over the years our utility district was running at 53% of its capacity. It was virtually paid for. There are some new mandates that we have to upgrade for our utility number 2. That's the one on Highway C. We've also had to spend approximately $6 million to revamp the original utility district on the east side of Hooker Lake. And that is designed to hold stormwater with these big events again. And now we've redone Highway 83, and you can virtually look from the Illinois border all the way to Brass Ball Corners. So you can see there's an awful lot of water that's moving along there. And that's a big challenge. So that's a priority to tackle those issues. Working harmoniously with the board is important, but we're not elected to all think alike. That's for sure. And I guess the other thing is that I enjoy delving into a lot of these issues and finding out, not only for personal reasons, but again, as I mentioned, for not all the, the elderly is, and having answers for them. I get quite a number of phone calls from citizens wondering why we're doing this, and it's and I would be calling somebody else if I couldn't ferret out the answers myself. So that's it.